Just 100 days ago, the new government was formed, and straight away we got down to work. On the morning after we got our seals of office, we were here in government buildings, the first meeting of the Economic Management Council, dealing with the enormous mess that we inherited from our predecessors. I don't think that any new government has ever inherited the size of the economic problem that government has inherited from the outgoing Fianna Fáil government. We had to deal with a major banking crisis, we had to deal with huge unemployment, and we had to deal with the reputational damage which had been caused by the previous government. But we've made a good start, because we've decided the future structure of Irish banking, setting up of two pillar banks, deciding how credit is going to be provided to small and medium-sized businesses. We decided that we would have a jobs initiative, ensuring that there were measures taken which would get people back to work in tourism and construction, and for those people who have found themselves out of work, that there would be more training and education opportunities available for them. On top of that, we have been working to restore the country's reputation, because one of the first things we found when we took over was that Ireland was isolated at the European Council, isolated with the European institutions, and isolated at a wider level internationally. And over those 100 days, we have been working through the diplomatic initiative, which I launched, to get Ireland back in play with our partners in Europe. And we have done that over a period of time, so that today we now have other countries who are prepared to support Ireland and ensure that we get a better deal from the ECB and the IMF and the other institutions. The past 100 days too, we have introduced reforms in the way in which politics is done. We've cut the pay of ministers and politicians, we have cut out some of the trappings of office, and we have proceeded with reforming the way in which our public services work. We're going to continue those reforms. We know that the period ahead is going to be difficult. We know that there are difficult budgets that are going to have to be introduced, but we give this guarantee that the measures we will take will be fair, and we give the guarantee too that the measures that we take will be necessary in order to ensure that we bring about recovery, that we get jobs and growth back into our economy, that our economy improves, and that by that economic improvement we get to a place where we can start rebuilding our services again. That's what this government is about: economic recovery, restoring Ireland's reputation, reforming in which politics and business is done, and having fairness at the heart of the decisions that we are making. And they, of course, are the commitments which the Labour Party gave to the electorate prior to the election: jobs, reform, fairness. Those are the pillars on which the programme for government has been built, and that's how we intend to continue.